Am I the a hole for telling my dad's girlfriend it's not my job to be her only friend? I, 26F, have a pretty complicated relationship with my dad's girlfriend, Trudy, early 40s. My dad, late 50s, has been with her for about 6 years now, but she only officially moved in with him less than a year ago. Before that, she lived in another city, and honestly, the distance made it easier. She was there, we were here, and there wasn't too much pressure to blend our lives together. When she moved in, things shifted. Trudy doesn't work, doesn't have hobbies, and refuses to go anywhere without my dad. From what I understand, my dad actually encouraged her to work or at least find something that gave her a sense of independence, but she decided to become a full-time housewife. The thing is, she's not really managing a household. She doesn't cook much, mostly orders takeout, and spends her free time watching TV or going to the gym. That's it. Because of that, she hasn't built a life of her own here. She doesn't know anyone outside of my dad. Her family is 6 hours away, and when her birthday comes around, the only people there are my dad's friends. She doesn't put herself out there, doesn't try new things, and doesn't take any initiative to meet people. It's not like she's shy or introverted, either. She just won't. So naturally, this has created a situation where my dad and Trudy both lean on me and my sister to fill in the gaps. They want us to hang out with her, include her in our plans, or keep her company when dad is away on work trips. And while my sister has made it clear she's not interested, I seem to be the one they keep pushing. The problem is I don't like Trudy. Not in a villain kind of way. I'm always polite and civil with her, but she's not someone I want to spend my free time with. We have nothing in common. She doesn't read, doesn't care about movies I like, isn't interested in anything beyond gossiping or following my dad around. And I have very little free time as it is. I have a job, a husband, and a baby. When I do get a few precious hours to myself, I want to spend them with people I genuinely enjoy being around, not someone I have to babysit because she hasn't made friends. Last Friday, Trudy texted me while dad was away and asked if I wanted to come over with my husband and baby to watch a movie with her. I politely declined, explaining that my husband had work to catch up on and that I didn't want to take our son out alone, both true. I thought that was the end of it. On Saturday, though, my best friend and her husband came over to our place for a casual game night. My friend posted an Instagram story about it, and apparently Trudy saw it. Fast forward to Sunday. We had a family get-together, and while everyone else was chatty and lively, Trudy was unusually quiet. At the end, right before I was about to leave, my dad pulled me aside, with Trudy right there, and they confronted me. Trudy said she was really hurt that I didn't invite her to our game night, especially since she had just invited us over the day before. She said she felt excluded, like I was intentionally avoiding her when she was lonely. My dad backed her up and told me I was being inconsiderate, pointing out how she doesn't have friends in the area and how I know she struggles with being alone. That's when I lost my patience a little. I told them, it's not my fault she doesn't have any friends, and I don't have to include her in my plans just because she refuses to meet new people. Trudy looked shocked, then offended. My dad's face immediately hardened, and he told me that was uncalled for. But at that point, my husband and I had to leave, so I didn't get to explain further. The next day, my dad texted me saying that Trudy was still very upset about what I said and that I owe her an apology. He told me he thinks I've been bullying her by refusing to hang out with her and that my comment about her lack of friends was cruel and unnecessary.
I don't see it that way.
I don't think I bullied her. I just don't want to be responsible for filling her social calendar. I feel like she and my dad are putting pressure on me to be her emotional support system when she's had 6 years to build a life and just hasn't. I admit, my words may have come off harsh, but I don't think the underlying sentiment was wrong. I'm tired of being made to feel guilty for not wanting to spend my limited free time with someone I don't enjoy being around. Now I'm torn. On one hand, I don't like the idea of apologizing for something that I think needed to be said. On the other hand, I know my dad will never drop this unless I make peace, and I do understand how my words could have come across as mean. So, am I the a-hole for telling my dad's girlfriend that it's not my fault she doesn't have friends?